You would think I would know how to use a camera by now. Okay, let's talk about the $25,000 mistake I made 2 years ago. It is this thing right here. And before you go away, graphic designers, creatives, this is not a camera review. This is not about how airy, red, all of that is better or worse than the other camera. I'm not that guy. Maybe I am that guy.
You're that guy.
I want to talk about the ambiguous term we use as like a cop-out for our partners, saying, well, I'll just write it off. It's like a justification for us to buy the gear or the toy that we want. We're at the end of the year, so it's like a term that keeps flying around constantly. I asked Jeremy, my accountant, what actually is a write-off.
So, I mean, a tax write-off is an expense to a business. The IRS considers it a tax write-off. So it can be anything from, office expenses to gear, outside services. So that would be any of your contractors. If you have any employees, all those would be write-offs. It's not a reduction of tax. That would be tax credit. It lowers your overall income, right? So if you've got $10,000 worth of write-offs or expenses, then it lowers your income by $10,000, which then lowers your tax, your overall tax, your income tax, by whatever the percentage, the bracket that you fall into. So if it's 20%, 10%, whatever it is, then it lowers your tax by that percentage. So if you buy a piece of equipment, piece of gear for $10,000 or $20,000, let's say $20,000, and you're in a 20% bracket, that would save you that year, it would save you $4,000 in tax potentially.
Okay, so why was this thing a mistake? As when we talk about write-offs, there is only a certain amount of money that I can write off because of this. Now, we think, early on in my career, I thought tax write-offs was like, cool, I wrote off $25,000, and that's true, but you're not saving $25,000. Like Jeremy said, Ed, it's based off of your tax bracket. So let's say I was in the 22%, because I think I was in the 22% bracket from a charge perspective. So you take the number, so the 25,000 times 22%. And so you're roughly getting about $5,500 as a deduction. The way I justify it is like, oh, I get the camera on a discount. And I think that that's the problem. We as creatives, and I know this is for me, myself, we're always searching for a deal. And there's like some dopamine, and there's probably like a psychological reason why that happens. But in all reality, as business owners and creatives, the thing that I've been going around and around this year with is, what if I'm not looking for deals, but looking for investments? And as a creative, it sounds a little bit finance bro, but in all reality, we need to start thinking about tax write-offs, the way we run our businesses, as ways to invest into our future. What do I mean by that? So I spent $25,000 on this camera. I got $5,500. The reality is I bought a camera that I thought was cool, and yes, it could help me with some projects, but I've only rented it like 6 to 8 times. And in Nashville, the going rate for a camera is $750, like for the Red. The reality is, if I take that into account, even if I like wiggle numbers, or I made $6,000 in rentals or using this camera for jobs, it's the $5,500, so I'm still in the whole $14,000. See, this isn't a video about whether you should buy gear or not. What I am trying to get you guys to start thinking about, and what I've been spending my year thinking about, is not looking for the coolest technology, because I am in technology, whether that's computer as a graphic designer, gear, audio. There is this fascination with searching for a deal, and as freelancers, as business owners, we need to kind of change our mindset. And I feel like this is, I bought a $25,000 camera, so it's something I'm still working through, but we need to change our mindset from, hey, I'm buying this as a deal or a way to save money, when in all reality, everything we do as business owners should be to push us to make more. I think Jeremy said it to me very early on in our relationship.
Warren Buffett says you don't go spend $1 to save 40 cents. That doesn't make financial sense, right? And so I think a lot of times guys get caught up in just, I want to save tax now. I don't want to pay tax. I don't want to pay tax either. I get it. But sometimes paying tax is a better financial decision than just going and buying stuff, right? So there's a balance there of like, is this a good financial decision? Is this an investment in the business that I need? Or am I just buying stuff for tax write-offs? Just buying stuff for tax write-offs, it's a terrible financial decision.
I asked ChatGPT, like if I would have invested that $25,000 into a low risk ETF versus as the camera, and this is what it said. It's so good. If the camera doesn't generate more profit than your investment would return, the ETF will win every time. What I'm saying is the FX3, the computer, the stuff you have that has operated your business this year, I would ask the question, do you really need the gear? And I would guess that 90% of you guys would be like, well, no, not really, because the FX3 for the social videos that you're doing, or the computer you're using as a graphic designer, the M1 Mac Pro, is plenty enough for what you're trying to accomplish. I'm not saying don't buy things, but what I'm trying to encourage you to do is start thinking of ways that you can invest in your business and invest in you that's not associated with gear. So great example, Jeremy is a write-off for me. He is my accountant, and I can guarantee you he is less year to year than this camera, and he is a write-off, and he saved me and made me more money than this. Instead of buying gear, why don't you invest in the people that are around your business or the creativity? So great example, if you're gonna spend a couple grand on a computer or $1,000, what does it look like for you to hire someone to help you with the next project for $500 to $1,000? Or what does it look like for you to invest in a Roth IRA, or honestly a brokerage account? I'm kind of mind blown that $25,000 that I would invest, after 5 years, it like doubled what I would have spent on taxes. Let's start thinking smarter as creatives, because as I know you can do it, and I think creatives get this like bad rap for being bad at communication, bad at like business, like these whimsical people that just live in their daydreams. And I know so many of you don't live that life, but I do think that we get trapped in loops and vernacular that gets us kind of shopping or doing things out of ignorance versus like asking for help. See, early on, and the reason why I wanted to start this channel is I feel like we gatekeep so many things in production and video and creative because I think we're a little scared. Like, I've always believed that at high tide brings up all ships, especially if you're like building it the right way. So, what I would say is ask for help. Hey, if you're coming to the end of the year and you want some financial advice, or at least a start the conversation about what it looks like to develop a great accounting system, a tax bracket, I would say reach out to Core. DM me. I'll connect you with Jeremy or his team. It's okay not to be experts in tax law or business. What I am saying is instead of buying gear this year, maybe you hire a business consultant, you hire a tax consultant to kind of help you build this thing. If you have find this helpful, please let me know. Write in the comments, like, what are the things you're struggling with as a creative to find and figure out, and maybe we can chat about it. But thanks guys for watching. Till next time.